Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Rob here from What's Up Joburg again. And last time I promised you we would play with blocks in WordPress, and that is what we're going to do. Right. I think the first thing to do though is to set up our theme and set up our page so that we can start building our website and getting the look and feel that we want to get. So let's get started right away. Okay, let's get started. I think let's start by picking a theme. So I prefer to use this WP admin, WordPress admin kind of look and feel over this kind of site. It's just my own preference. It's exactly the same features that you can use. So I think I'm just used to using it from setting up my own site, so I just prefer the look and feel around it. But you can use this or you can use the other version. But when you're in here and you go to appearance, you can go to themes. You can see here we've got Heifer or Hever travel enabled. I want to use 2016 for no particular reason. I like the sidebar. Actually, let me just click on activate. It should be activating, and there we go, it's activated, right? So now let's go customize our theme. Okay, here's where we can go and set our site up. So you can see this is my site, Blog Experts. Let's add a logo to our site. Let's just use the What's Up Joburg logo. Okay, there we go. We've got our logo in. Just go back here. Change the header image. I'm going to change this to add new image. I've got the What's Up Joburg one here. So this is your preference now, whether you want to kind of have a header image or not. If you wanted one, kind of go edit. You can go see what size you want to make it over here, for instance. Let's just go crop image. And you'll see it gives you a kind of image over here, right? I'm just going to leave it like that. The image isn't the right resolution. It's designed for a different site. But anyway, okay. Go back. What did that do with my logo? Let's save changes. The next thing you might want to look at is your menus. So if you go down here to your menus on your left-hand side, you can see you've got a primary and a social menu. Your primary menu is this one over here. You go in and you can see it's got your pages that it created for you initially, your home, blog, about, and contact. If you wanted to add something, you could just click on add here, and you can link to a post. Remember, it created kind of example posts for you. You could create a link to one of those if you wanted to. Not going to do that right now. Makes more sense once you've got your site kind of set up. You can decide what you want to put here. That's where you would add your menus. If you want to add a social menu, you'd go here. So it comes up with Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, WordPress. So let's say you don't want Pinterest, we don't want WordPress. Let's remove that as well. Let's say we've got a Facebook and a Twitter and an Instagram page. We can go and put it here, and we can just put a link into our Facebook page. Okay, there we go. And then when we click over here, we can just go primary menu. Changes it up here to Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We do not want to do that. We want to do a social links menu. Right. You can see down here we've got our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at the bottom. That's exactly where we want to keep it, right? Let's just go add our primary menu back over here. There we go, back again. So we've got both menus now. Okay, let's save changes. So there you've got the basis of your site done, right? So you've got your header, you've got a small menu, you've added your logo, you've added a header background. So now we can go back to our home page and edit this portion over here. So this is the actual site content that you'll see. Right? So let's go back, click out of that. Cool. So here's our home page. Let's go and click on edit. Okay, so now you can see your page. This is what your home page would look like if you didn't edit it. Right? So as you can see, you can't see your header details. You can't see your logo that you added, or the header background image that you added, or the menu, as this is just the editing portal. So let's go straight ahead and edit, right? So over here, I mean, here we've got that standard image that's loaded with a theme. So we can change this, so we can just go and replace this. Go to the media library, and we'll just pick the lady and say select, and there straight away it's updated, right? We want to change our heading, so we can just say welcome to the best blog ever. Okay, and if we can write a little blurb if we wanted to. This is my blog, and you will love it. Let's just call it that. And then we've got a button over here, which we can either keep. So you can see every time I click on something, one of these little widgets pops up, right? A very handy little widget. A lot of settings here. So for instance, I can go and change over here. I can go and say, you know what? I want to underline this text. I can do that, underline it, just click there. Or hang on, I want to align this left, or I want to align it right. I'm going to leave it center, right? Okay, or actually I want to change this to a heading. So let me change this to a heading. Okay, change it to a heading, you go from an H1 to an H6. H6 is the smallest, H1 is the biggest. Right? Change it back to a paragraph over here, and we're just going to align it properly to the center again. There you go. With the button, you'll see another widget pops up as well. This little symbol over here means where am I going with this? So this I can go and put a link in. So they've got an automatic link to their own Learn site over here. But I can go and edit this, and I can make this whatever I like. So I can go and make it. Let's just call it. I'm forgetting how to spell my own site name. .com. Right. Okay, so now it would link to my website. I can say I wanted to open a new tab, and then it's done. Right. Now, let's say if I want to add something further to this, I can add, either just click on below it and just start typing, and it will automatically give me a paragraph thing. But if I wanted to add, let's say, I don't know, it's for equals, just add an image. Select from the media library again. Let's just add the clown, why not? There you go. So now I've got a clown in the image as well. Right? So I can go and align him center. There he is. If I want to remove it, I just click on 3 little dots and remove block, and he's gone. Right. Okay. So now we can go and preview in a new tab. There you go, right? So there you're starting to see what your site is going to look like. Okay, so you've got your menu, you've got your header image, you've got your title, you've got what we've just edited, and then you've got links to your blog posts. I'll show you what we're going to do with those now. Okay. So I'm not a fan of this header image over here. It doesn't make the site look very good. So I'm just going to go back to my site, close that tab. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to actually update. Let's save our changes. One thing you must always remember is update. Thankfully, it warns you every time you go out, otherwise you're going to lose a lot of detail. We've got an appearance, we've got to customize again, and we'll go to our header image, and I'll say we don't want a header image on this anymore, and we save changes, and we are done. Right, now, when I go back to my page again, edit it. I could have actually just gone straight to view there. Let's go into edit anyway. I'll go preview, preview a new tab. Okay, that looks a lot better. Perfect. Okay, just close that and go back to edit. Now this block over here I was talking about, this specifically links to, you can see over here, it links to your blog. It's a group, right? So each of these little goodies over here pretty much are blog posts. So anything you add to your blog will appear here. So you can choose to keep it like that, or you can choose to create your own block. Right? If you go down here, you can see there's a paragraph block where the formatting is terrible. So we can just change this to, so let's go here. If you go on the right hand side, you can see it's got a preset size of huge. We don't want that. We want to set it to default, or we want to set it to small or normal, right? And you can go and change your font size over here as well. It's exactly like using Microsoft Word or something like that when you're in the paragraph block. Okay, and then this is your email address and a subscription block that you can use. Okay, so I think that's enough for today. We've gone through adding a logo, adding your header image if you wanted to have that, and starting to make the website look like a website that can be published and people will come and visit. We've looked at kind of how we can edit some of the blocks and the theme as it is. So next time what I think we'll do is we'll go into further details around some of the blocks, what kind of blocks are very cool to use, ones that I use quite often, and why I use them quite often. We'll look into how we add our sidebar down the side over here, and then we'll look at, on the right hand side, there's a whole bunch of settings we can change over here. What your permalink is, for instance, what a featured image does, and things like that. So until next time, thank you again for listening.